This video was brought to you by Nuka-Cola. Nuka-Cola. Zap that thirst. Warning, drinking Nuka-Cola may result in your immediate irradiation. Please drink responsibly. What's going on, guys? This is VinylicPuma, and 2015 has been a hell of a year for video games. Unlike 2014, which was pretty much a boatload of ice, we got Metal Gear Solid 5, Fallout 4, The Witcher 3, and even Nintendo had some sick games like Splatoon and Mario Maker. But to conclude this year, I wanted to go over my top 5 best games of 2015 with you guys. We've got everything from big budget games to indie games and even non-games. Keep in mind though, these are games that I have played, so Metal Gear Solid 5, which probably would have made this list, didn't because I haven't actually played it yet. Before we get into this list, let's go ahead and start with our honorable mention. The Claptastic Voyage DLC for Borderlands, the pre-sequel. In my opinion, this DLC is actually better than the base game of Borderlands the pre-sequel and might be the best piece of DLC for any of the Borderlands games. That includes Borderlands 1 and 2. Without spoiling too much of the plot, you get digitized into Claptrap's brain to retrieve the mysterious H-Source. Now, the Claptastic Voyage features a new glitch rarity of weapons and also includes over 20 plus unique and legendary weapons. Most of those unique weapons are actually very good and actually are worth taking the time to farm for, unlike previous DLCs. Gearbox and the now defunct 2K Australia did a fantastic job with the Claptastic Voyage. If you have any interest in Borderlands and you tried Borderlands the pre-sequel and didn't like it, I definitely recommend going back and at least giving this DLC a shot. Alright, now that we got ahead and got through the honorable mention, let's go ahead and start with number 5. And that's going to be Adventure Capitalist. You may want to argue that this is really a non-game, and that's fine, but I've played and or waited a lot on this game for this year. Adventure Capitalist is an incremental / clicker game where you buy businesses to make more and more money. Adventure Capitalist is a free-to-play game available for Android, iOS, and PC through Steam. While you can purchase the microtransactions, I personally haven't. Thank God, because I might not ever forgive myself. At the same time, though, somehow I've managed to rack up over 65 plus hours on Adventure Capitalist, slowly becoming my very own sexagantillionaire. And to put that in perspective, if a million is 1 and a billion is 2, then a sexagantillion would be 60. What's also pretty cool about Adventure Capitalist is that it has received several updates since its initial launch on Steam in late March of this year. There's the Moon and Mars updates, which feature different balances from the Earth mission. You can also partake in new holiday events as well, and recently there was one for the Black Friday, and then of course there's another one that's upcoming that's going to be on the 22nd of September that is Christmas themed. This is a great game to play while listening to podcasts or to just de-stress if you want to do that. Number 4, Hacknet. While I'll admit that I've played this game the least of the 5, Hacknet is one of the more conceptually interesting games I've played this year. Hacknet is best described by the developer as an immersive, terminal-based hacking simulator for PC. While it doesn't really teach you how to hack into people's computers, it is somewhat loosely based on things that hackers might actually do if they wanted to gain access to your computer. And what's so satisfying about this game is pulling off a really difficult challenge where you break into a system with a complex proxy and or firewall, hack each individual port, and either steal or delete your target's information. My only real criticism of this game is that it does get somewhat difficult at some points, as you're not 100% sure of what you're supposed to do next. It sucks that this game wasn't more popular, although I suspect that that's because it was kind of difficult to pick up initially. It's a PC exclusive, and it didn't really get as much press as games like Undertale or Shovel Knight did in the past. Hacknet received an 82 out of 100 on Metacritic, and is available exclusively for PC. Number 3, Wolfenstein The Old Blood. Wolfenstein The Old Blood is a pretty cool spin-off slash prequel to last year's Wolfenstein The New Order that came out for PC, Xbox One, PS4, and even Xbox 360 and PS3. It is important to mention that The Old Blood specifically only came out for PC, Xbox One, and PS4, and not the 360 and PS3. The Old Blood is more reminiscent of classic Wolfenstein games and even contains Nazi zombies that are on fire. Gunplay feels just like it did last year, and while it's not as long as the New Order, it's definitely worth picking up during a sale. Wolfenstein The Old Blood received a 76 out of 100 average across all versions on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Hopefully we'll see more Wolfenstein games in the future, in addition to the upcoming Doom game that's supposed to launch next year. Number 2, Fallout 4. I've played Fallout 4 more than any other game that I picked up this year. I've somehow already put well over 100 plus hours into it, and I'm looking forward to the DLC that'll be available sometime early next year, as well as the mod support that's supposed to come at some point. Fallout 4 features a significantly improved combat system and feels more like an actual FPS game now compared to previous iterations in the franchise. Bethesda also added crafting slash settlement building to the game, allowing you to create your own settlements slash towns, as well as modify your existing gear to improve and customize it to your liking. According to Steam charts, Fallout 4 has the highest peak player count of any third-party developed game on Steam at roughly 450,000. And to put that in perspective, before that, it was Grand Theft Auto 5 at roughly 360,000. Fallout 4 has received an average score of 86 on Metacritic and is available on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And finally, number 1. Homeworld Remastered Collection. Homeworld Remastered Collection is from Gearbox Software, and it's a complete overhaul and remake of the classic 1999 space RTS Homeworld, as well as 2004's Homeworld 2. This collection includes the 2 original games, as well as their respective remade, remastered versions. While I didn't finish the second game in this collection, the campaign and music in the first game was absolutely excellent, and in my opinion makes owning the entire collection worth it just for that experience. I would consider Homeworld Remastered one of the best remakes of a classic game that I've ever played. The other being the remake of the original Resident Evil that first appeared on the GameCube, which actually was also remastered HD this year on PC, PS4, Xbox One, PS3, and 360. Unlike Borderlands, Homeworld Remastered features official mod support, which might show that Gearbox is possibly thinking about adding mod support for future Borderlands games. As much as Gearbox is criticized for Aliens Colonial Marines, and for as much shit I give them about patches to the Borderlands games, Homeworld Remastered is proof that Gearbox Software can make some great games. There are a great team of developers over there. All they need to do is be put to good use. Homeworld Remastered Collection scored an 86 out of 100 on Metacritic and is a PC exclusive title. Anyway guys, that's going to pretty much wrap up this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed this list, and if you did, please be sure to leave a like, and as always, take care and I'll see y'all next time.